Hey there. Although I am involved with CADAC, the Center of ADHD Awareness Canada, the views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of the participants and do not reflect those of CADAC. And now, cue the music.
This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, André Brisson.
Hey there, it's André with another short for the Impulsive Thinker Podcast. Right now, it's a bright, beautiful day. You might be able to hear a plane flying over me. Very tall, very high. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius, no wind. And it was minus 20 overnight. I decided to go snowshoeing. I haven't done that this year. And I'm in the bush in behind my house. And beside the plane, it's spectacular. It's quiet. You can hear the snow squishing under the snowshoes. I don't know if you're able to hear that, but man, that sound to me is fantastic and beautiful. I don't know what it is, but it's just so calming and relaxing. I've been at it for about half an hour. I'm sweating, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I thought I had to talk about this because the odd time you'll hear the eagle cry, some other birds chippering and chattering away, something cracking in the back, some of the wind pushing the trees around. But after a week like I had this week, just heavy mental energy being built up and used up for developing the program I'm developing for you guys, getting the engineering on top of things and organized and structured, and working with all the who's I've been hiring to help me get all this done instead of me doing it. I was fried. My brain was fried yesterday. Enjoyed a nice glass of scotch when I got home. Celebrated a good week of not really losing it. Working with people and dealing with frustrations calmly. But I just, like one of my first shorts I did, I remember it was that cozy camp right by the Talking Falls, the waterfalls, and how nature is just so calm. You know, there was a lot of nature noise there, and it was great to settle the ADHD brain and then distract you enough to just be able to turn it off for a little bit. But at the same time, like here, just listen to this. It's nothing. It's quiet. The snow's absorbing any sound. It's fantastic. My brain is just slowed down and is enjoying it. As much as at home, no one's at home, it's quiet, but there's still a bunch of other technology crap and distractions there. I can't let the brain stop. But coming out here, I could stand out here for hours and absolutely do nothing because my brain is slowing down. And we need to find these places of solace, these places of solitude, just to be one with our brain, have it slow right down that we can process a few things, or even like right now, it's just putting that foot in front of another, watching that untouched snow, and then me stepping in, looking behind my footsteps where I've been. I'm in the moment. I'm present, mindful. Never realized that till now. So thanks for listening, for me making that realization. I might be having a little problem talking clearly. It's because I got this face covering I've got under my chin is restricting my jaw, but it's calming. This is just such a spectacular experience. Now, the other thing too is a lot of people make fun of me because winter is one of my favorite seasons. Like, I could never explain it. The other night, we got about 2 feet of snow in a day, fluffy stuff. Went and shoveled it at night. My wife actually shoveled the first foot earlier that day. Then we got another foot, so I went out and shoveled. But this is what I forgot when I was a kid. And I really got that appreciation when my youngest daughter came out and started playing at 8 o'clock. At bedtime, she went out. She had so much energy. She had to get rid of some of that energy, but she went and jumped in the fresh snow that went up to her armpits. And after I finished shoveling, I went and played with her and had a good time with her. Stuff I got to do more like that, but we were walking around the yard, and man, even the cars driving by, like 20 feet from us, we could hardly hear them. That snow was so deep and so fluffy, it absorbed all sound. There was no noise, not one sticking, licking sound. It was just absorbed. It was so calming and quiet. The stars were out. Some snow was falling. And we just laid back in the snow, in the dark, staring up and just all the sound. It was just like the brain was not able to absorb anything. It was just, that's what I remember as a kid. I remember going out when it was dark, even though it was bedtime, when it was those kind of nights. It was it was probably -5 to -8 degrees Celsius. But it was so calming, and, I just seemed more closer to nature. And, we got to find these things that can make us calm ourselves down and get that brain down. And we can't do it at home. I don't care what anyone says, can't be done. At home, there's too many distractions. Distractions are noisy to me, even if they don't make a noise. Distractions are noisy. Messes are noisy to me. I don't know how that resonates with you, but I'm just sitting here looking at the trees with no leaves, just a blanket of snow all over. It's quiet. I gotta go home because my youngest is actually waiting for me to finish this little snowshoeing trek so we can go play outside in the snow, because my wife and oldest are on their own time doing some shopping. But it's unbelievable. If you can find that one spot that you can sit there for hours, even days, and not be disturbed and not worry about having to do something, realize what that is and find it and use it to the best of your abilities, because it's fantastic. Like, again, listen, nothing. It's nothing. I could actually think of one thing at a time. And if I actually get a distracting thought, I'm actually able to put it away. So it helps you being mindful, gets you grounded, and kind of lets you settle into the present and today and right now. And you get to figure out what some stuff is important, what's not, and what actually I just decided there's a couple projects I'm going to shelve for a minimum a year. If I don't remember it, they're going to be completely thrown in the can. So, yeah. Well, thanks for sharing or listening. I guess I was sharing, but thanks for listening. And try to think of time, or if you have a place, what is it that you can sit there and do nothing? Your brain slows right down and you can be present and mindful and not having all those racing thoughts. If you know that place, use it more often. You need it. You need that break. Everyone benefits around you by taking advantage of that time and taking self-care for yourself to be in that spot. Because, man, I know after this run, I'm good for a couple of days. But if you don't know what it is, try and remember where you've had those moments, or try to find one. For me, it's nature. And I think for a lot of the ADHD brains, nature is key. It's very key. I don't know how it's calming and resourceful, but I'll do some research in that and I'll report back on it. But nature, woods, paddling, hiking on the mountain, skiing, something that's outdoors and does something and gets your physical activity up too. So anyways, thanks again for listening. Let me know what your place of solace is. I'd be happy to hear about it. Questions at theimpulsivethinker.com. And I want to thank CADAC, the Center of ADHD Awareness Canada, for being the sponsor of this episode. Thank you, and we'll talk soon. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by André. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.